It's been 2.5 years since we first thought about doing this, and today
there's always
I'm
a car
going to get
coming.
run over. So I'm just going to head up to Orrison today. It's only 5 miles, but it's 5 very tough miles, so but I just need to get going.
Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, the first day's climb is the equivalent to climbing Ben Nevis and then walking for the next 30 days after it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 1,420 feet, 1,420 metres with 1,585 metres of gain.
Wow. So it's a good job I don't do numbers. I just walk.
Yeah. Well, that's the last of me holding this camera. Over to Helen Cam.
Okay. So day 1. Set off. Quite nervous, quite excited. There's a bit of iffy doubt about the weather, whether the pass is open. I've just met 3 American girls who've said that their host said to them, just go for it. It's only a little bit of snow, if anything at all. So I'm a bit conflicted. I think I'll make my mind up when I get up to Orrison. What I wanted to show you was, I don't know if anybody's seen my post from the Camino Ingles, and there were mile posts on the road, but here you've just got posts up on the telegraph poles, so it's just something else to look out for if you're used to something else. We were expecting it to be a little bit showery today, but it's warm, really warm. I'm already starting to shed layers. I think it won't be long before I'm walking in a t-shirt. So far, and I'm nowhere near up over that hill yet, but so far it hasn't been nearly as grueling as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be all uphill on a 1 to 10 road. I don't know. You build these things up in your head, don't you? And you know, when you've been planning something for 2 and a bit years, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And last night, in my mind, while I was half awake, I was lost in a snowstorm and falling off a cliff. But you know, that's just what your mind does to you, and you've just got to go, okay, if that's what we're going to do, but we're not going to listen to you. We're going to be sensible, but we'll make our own minds up. So I don't know if it's this hill ahead of us that I'm going over, or that one over there that's all shrouded in mist. I presume there's a hill behind that. I don't know. But anyway, I'll get to Orrison and make another decision there. So I've just had a little stop, had a drink of water, shed more layers. Honestly, I thought it was going to be like Scott of the Antarctic out here today, but it's quite warm. I've just got, I don't know if I've got something in my sock or what. Anyway, so my heel was rubbing a little bit. I can't see anything, but you know, when your skin gets a bit irritated. So I've stuck a couple of plasters on. Definitely do not want blisters, not at this stage of the game. So onwards and upwards. Lovely walk so far. Honestly don't know what I was scared about, but then I probably haven't seen the worst of it yet. Well, it's just me and the vultures now. I've just turned off the road. I'm not going to lie, it was very steep. But, you know, I come from Saddleworth and the hills are pretty similar there. I've got about half an hour to get up to Orrison. Look at that view. I think that town down there, I think that is Saint-Jean, where I've walked from. so gained quite a bit of height. So it's just deciding when I get there whether I'm going to sit for 2.5 hours and wait for the bus to come back, or just keep walking and be in Roncesvalles in about 4.5 hours. I feel pretty fresh. I'm sweaty, but I feel pretty fresh and strong. I just don't know what to do. Not very good at making decisions. I am. This is where the bus is meant to pick me up now. I pushed it on from the last place. What a stunning landscape. That's the way forward. But I don't know. I just don't know. But here's the Virgin Mary, stood out here, all winds and weathers. There she is. She's a bit more gaudy than I was expecting. But there you go. As it is to carry on walking and head off over there towards civilization. I'm doing the sensible thing. I've walked about 8 miles now, and I booked my bus. It was going to pick me up from Orrison at the albergue, but I rang them and they said that very kindly they would come and pick me up from the statue of the Virgin. It's quite cold up here. Nice when the sun comes out, but I've got about 3/4 of an hour now, maybe a little bit more, until the bus comes, and then I'll sit on the bus, go back, come back here tomorrow on the bus, and then I'll have a short walk over the top to get me there. But it's been a damn good day. I've been so frightened about this first leg. All you hear is, you know, how mind-blowingly hard it is. You know, maybe it's worse further on, I just don't know. But I think I'd bigged it up massively in my mind, and I managed it. So that's most of the steep bit done for this first leg into Spain. So tomorrow it will be hopefully plain sailing, and we can go and find a nice little bar in Roncesvalles. I've just got to flip me round and show you the clouds just parting, and can you see all the snow on the top there? Wow, I didn't even see that when I was here a few minutes ago. It's beautiful. But yeah, just me and a few vultures. I think they've all gone now. Nobody else about. But yeah, that's me done. So, Camino day 2. When I was up here yesterday, it was a little bit moody. Lovely in Santiago, and it's a little bit underwhelming up here now. I'm hoping it'll just burn off. I need to get walking because it's cool, not freezing, but just cool. So let's see what today brings. I'm coming up to the Cross de Tybalt. Still walking up, but every now and again through all the gloom you get these little breaks in the cloud. Seemingly these little huts down here, they're farm workers, and they come up in the summer for the summer pasture. Not a bad way to earn a living, is it? So onwards and upwards. I wonder if I'll see the cross when I get up there. This is the Cross of Tybalt. I have no idea what it's about, but look at that view. Ain't that stunning? and the sign seems to have fallen down. But we've got 2.5 hours to get where we're going. A little bit of confusion at the Cross de Tivolt. This is where you actually leave the road. I thought it was a little bit further on, but I've rechecked everything, and we're heading on up. Up this bit of a steep little track, and look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh, how beautiful. Lovely. Seemingly there's a little refuge over there if you really get caught in a storm. So it might have saved people's lives back in the day. Oh, isn't it gorgeous? I'm out here coming up to one of the first big peaks, and all I can do is think about chips in a pub with a pint, maybe a cheese and onion pie and a bit of salad on the side. Big shout out to the church inn in Upper Mill. I'm coming to get you when I'm back. But yeah, just keep thinking about chips. I want to clear my mind really and be a little bit more zen. But, you know, when a girl needs chips, a girl needs chips. But it is nice. Look at that view. Isn't that good? How's that for a view? This is like a little emergency shelter here. If you get into trouble, you ring the door and somebody remotely lets you in, I think. How's this? How's this? How lucky am I? Approaching the high point here. A little way to go yet. Maybe about a quarter to half an hour. But I've just met some people who are local here and they're walking the other way. And they said they haven't seen another pilgrim yet today. So I might be the first official, because the road only opened today, the first official pilgrim to get over the hill to Roncesvalles. How amazing. A little bit of snow up ahead. I'll just have to watch my step and get up to Leopolda, and that's when I turn right to avoid going through the beech forest, because evidently that's rather slippy when it's been wet. So onwards and upwards. Getting through the snow, but we've just dropped out of the snow now. Me, and I presume that over there is Roncesvalles with the monastery there. I don't know, but I'm taking the long way round rather than walking through all this forest here, as I have heard that the leaves get very, 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 very slippy, and people have injured themselves. And it's a nice walk in the sunshine. The people in front of me have come a different way, so I don't know if they're just locals out for a walk or whether they're pilgrims, but it matters not. Isn't it lovely? It's nice to be in the warm, I tell you. So, just started day 3 of Camino Frances. It's a lot busier today. I'm really looking forward to today. It's going to be it's a longer walk than I've done, but it's going to be relatively flat. So, very, very much looking forward to today. This is more like it. I was quite worried that being here on the Frances, I wouldn't get to come to all these like more isolated places. So when I walk, I don't generally like to talk because I slow down. I mean, not that there's a problem with slowing down, but I don't know, I'm just probably an antisocial old cow. But I do like to be out on my own. And apart from a little bit of traffic noise, most of it's just all the birds calling in the trees, the odd clonk of a sheep's bell somewhere. A little bit frosty. Yeah, a bit frosty up ahead, but we can live with that. I'd always rather walk in the cold than the hot, but I think over the next few weeks I'll be doing a little bit of both. And there's nothing wrong with being pushed out of your comfort zone from time to time, is there? Look at that. Ooh. You wouldn't think that a few weeks ago we were sitting on a beach boiling, but hey ho. So I've just had my my first wrong turning of Santiago, and been put right by the postie. So just a few yards out of where I should have been, but back on the path now. Hello, beautiful.